What's up, everybody? It's Katie from Brio Travel. Brio is a travel agency committed to helping responsible travelers adventure more sustainably. And today I'm going to share with you 10 tips to make your holidays a little more eco-friendly. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, of course, travel. When you're heading home for the holidays, a few things to keep in mind. If you can, buy a direct flight. It takes the most energy to take off and land. So taking a direct flight minimizes the amount of times that you're taking off and landing. Also, pack as light as you can. I know that can be tough when you're going home to winter and cold climates, but take just what you need, don't take anything more. Having less weight does make a difference. If you can, avoid taking a plane altogether. If there's a train or a bus or you can carpool, that's even better. And even if you're in the same city, you can carpool or think about taking public transportation or anything that's available. Sometimes infrastructure isn't there, and that's okay. But if it is, it's definitely something to consider. The second thing is to plan. If you are hosting, obviously you know who the guests are and how many people are coming and what they're bringing, but make sure to let your other guests know. That way they know how many people are coming and what else is being brought, so they know how to size the thing that they're gonna bring. It's also really helpful to take notes. So take notes on who's coming and what they brought, how much they brought. So then you can kind of keep tweaking and see what worked, what didn't, what you needed more of or less of. This is helpful as the years come to make your life easier, also to cut back on as much food waste as possible. Number 3 would be doubling down on those veggie sides. I know the turkey isn't going anywhere. It's like the hallmark of Thanksgiving, but people come for the turkey and stay for the sides. It's the sides that people have really strong opinions about, and it's the sides that people rebel against if they don't see it on their Thanksgiving table. I want to know what your favorite side is. How do you like your mashed potatoes? I love those details. So share in the comments what your favorite side is. But what you can do is take a look at the sides. Are they vegetarian? Can you make them vegetarian? If they're not, cutting out meat here and there also can make a really big difference, and they're usually really, really tasty. So the next thing is Tupperware. Annually, the US wastes from 30 to 40% of their food, which is over 1 billion pounds in food. There's 25% more food waste over the holidays. And when you're wasting food, it's not just the actual food that's wasted, but it's the energy and the resources that has gone in to growing that food, to transporting that food, to packaging that food. All of that is energy completely wasted. So if you're a host, ask your guests to bring Tupperware. Then you're not stuck with all the leftovers. I mean, unless you want all the leftovers. And you don't have to sacrifice your Tupperware that you may or may not get back after. If you're a guest, then bring your own Tupperware. It's not weird. Your hosts will be happy that, again, they don't have to sacrifice their Tupperware. And if there's a ton of leftovers, they will be happy to share them and send them home with you. The next thing that you can do is to shop locally. So this goes for Thanksgiving. Go to your local farmers markets and get as many things as you can from them. But it also goes for your Christmas shopping. A huge percent of retailers' total annual sales is attributed to the holiday season alone. So it's really important that you're telling companies what you want and where you like to shop by putting your money there. Buy local when possible and send the message that that's what you want and that's where your money is going. Speaking of physical gifts, you can think of gifting things like plants or subscriptions for sustainable products like cleaning products, or just things that you kind of need over and over again, even like toilet paper subscriptions, stuff that people are going to buy over and over again. That kind of stuff is exciting to many people, and it also makes their lives so much easier because it's one or a gajillion less things that they have to think about or even physically go out, spend the time and buy. You could also gift experiences. So while I don't promote Airbnb anymore as a platform for finding accommodation, I do think Airbnb experiences are great. Usually they're with local people and they offer really unique and cool things that you can even discover in your own city or a big city nearby. You could also do something like a massage or manicure or pedicure or something like that. An outing, even something that you guys can do together. You can also give the gift of sustainable travel. I'm offering gift certificates valid for the service fee of a 10-day or a 2-week vacation. So usually what happens is you have a discovery call, and based on the trip and the scope of the work, there's always a fee for the time involved. However, it totally depends on the trip. But it's the holidays, and so there's going to be a flat fee, and it's going to be a little bit discounted for 10 and 14-day vacations. So this is like an awesome deal. You can gift somebody, or you can gift yourself, a vacation where they don't have to do any of the planning, any of the work. They just have to talk to me so I can get to know them and know what they are wanting out of their trip. And this is valid for any trips that leave before December 31st, 2024. So there's over 2 years to take this vacation. It's an awesome deal because I'm discounting the service fee prices, and it's just going to be a flat fee for no matter what trip that they take. As always, it does not include trips to the United States or the Caribbean. There's no all-inclusives and no cruises except for certain exceptions. If you have any questions, email or DMs on Instagram. All that information is down below, and we can totally chat about it. It's really exciting, and the gift certificates are only going to be available through the holiday season at this flat rate. Keeping on the gift train, the next tip I have for you is to do gift exchanges. So if you have a large family or friend group, instead of buying a gift for everyone, do a Secret Santa or a white elephant or any sort of thing where everyone gets one gift everyone gives and gets one gift. You can set a price range. You can also include a wish list. So nobody's getting gifts that they don't want, can't use, wouldn't use, and just ends up being, again, a waste. This saves everyone money, it saves them time, it saves you energy. It takes a lot of energy to come up with like a thoughtful gift for somebody. The next tip I have for you is to use the freezer. The freezer is your friend. I know there's usually a ton of cookie exchanges, and if you don't want to shove all of those cookies in your face at once, or you have tons of leftover cookies from all the different parties that you go to, stick them in the freezer and have Christmas in July. Don't throw them away, don't let them go to waste, because they're also probably really delicious too. And the last thing I want to talk about is wrapping paper. Every year, about 4.6 million pounds of wrapping paper is accumulated, and about half of that, 2.3 million pounds, goes into landfills, which is insane. Instead of using wrapping paper, there are a few alternatives you can use. So when you gift something, gift it in its container, whether it be like a basket or a scarf that you wrap it in, a jar, and have something in the jar. Use the gift receptacle as the wrapping of the gift. Keep the bows and reuse them whenever you can. Use gift bags instead of gift wrap. You're not tearing things open, and you can reuse gift bags over and over again. You can also use things like newspaper or different fabrics, and it can still look really cute, especially if you like tie it with a bow. They'll be able to reuse the bow. There's definitely alternatives to using wrapping paper that can be reused by the recipient that doesn't end up in landfills. So there you have it. 10 tips to make your holidays a little bit more eco-friendly. Those are all suggestions and things to just keep in mind through the holiday season, as it is just kind of a season known for excess and waste. Making even the smallest change can make a difference, and people will notice that. They'll say, oh, that's like unique, or that's different, and then you can like talk about it, and then they'll tell somebody that they saw it, and it just creates this big snowball effect that eventually leads to a bigger change. No one can be perfect, and no one expects you to be perfect, because nobody is perfect. If you like this video, if you're interested in travel and sustainability and kind of how those things pair together, then definitely like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. All my information is down below. Would love to connect with you on Instagram or through email. Shoot me a message. Leave your comments down below if you've got any tips that you have or that you do for a more eco-friendly holiday season. There are endless things out there. I just covered a few of them today, but I would love to hear them. You can also check out my website. There's a ton of free resources there about travel, about a bunch of different countries. So even if you don't want to use a travel agent, you still have a ton of free resources on the website. But if you do, I would love to talk to you. And again, don't forget to reach out if you have any questions about gift certificates. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you have a safe and very delicious Thanksgiving. Bye.